Hello guys, welcome to Skills Poultry Farm. And at Skills Poultry Farm we do a lot of we give guides on how to raise birds and how to market your products and how to come up with very healthy birds. So if you're new on this page or on this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscription button because it helps the channel to grow and reach other bigger audiences. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 6 tips or 6 rules that you can follow to have a very beautiful or successful poultry farming. And to make it really very clear is that people underestimate rule number 4 and they end up messing up along the way. So stick around for these 6 rules so that you can really be successful in poultry farming. And rule number 1 is that start with always what you can. Start with a smaller number of birds that you can feed and manage, because it doesn't make sense if you start with 5,000 birds and you cannot manage them. You cannot feed them, cannot buy medicine for them, and they end up dying, and you make a lot of losses, and then you curse farming as a business. Farming is very rich and it is very profitable. It has the highest returns on investment, but if only you can keep it very well. So start small and grow bigger. Then growing bigger and coming down. It is always even to learn. It also helps you to learn and have that beautiful experience. That's if only you're a beginner or you're a learner and then you're starting poultry from scratch. Number 2 is that always make research. Make research of the type of the birds that you want to rear. For example, I'm in layering birds. But maybe you don't need rearing birds. You need broilers or you need broilers. So make enough research on the type of the birds that you need, because you cannot rear both at once if you're a beginner. But if you are a profession, maybe you can go into all. But for the start, make enough research on layers, which type of breed, which type of bird should I take. Should I go for broilers? If you want quick money, go for broilers. If you want money that comes slowly, you can go for layers. Point number 3 is that you should always prioritize your biosecurity. These little things that we ignore, they are the most things that cause problems in our poultry farming, like biosecurity. You see people coming to your farm, you don't know where they are coming from, and you allow them. They bring in viral diseases or bacterial diseases, and your farm ends up messing up. Your birds get cough, your birds get viruses, and you spend a lot of money on vaccines, on treating them. So if you limit people from coming into your farm, you'll have saved a lot of money that you'll have bought medicine and the rest of the things. So other things like health management, for example, washing drinkers, cleaning your farm, changing sawdust or wood shavings, these things don't cost us much, but at the end, when you ignore them, they cause you a lot of problems in your farm. So point number 4 is that you should always separate your farm or your poultry farm from yourself. What I mean is that you should always keep records. You cannot be a successful poultry farmer if you cannot keep records or track the progress of your farm. You need to know what percentage of laying are your birds, how many kgs are your broilers, how many birds are you having, how many died. All these book records are very important in your farm, because you need them for you to track how long, how big your farm is, to know if you're making profits or if you're making losses in your farm. And point number 5 is that you should always take health first of your birds. follow the vaccination program of your birds from day 1 up to the day you dispatch them, or from day 1 up to 1 month. Know when to vaccinate your birds and vaccinate them. Don't be lazy, because the more the birds go without being vaccinated, the more they go prone to getting these diseases. And once they get these diseases, you start to register the highest mortality rates of your farm. Another point is that you should always remember that birds need the highest quality of feeds. So when you're making your budget to start poultry farming, you should always be mindful of the mixing of your feeds. Know which stage of your birds are and know which type of feeds they are supposed to take. And mind you, never economize on the feeds. If you want healthy birds, you should give them healthy feeds and at the right time. Giving low feeds or low quality feeds, you get low quality results. The higher the quality feeds, the higher the results. The higher the quality feeds, the higher the returns on investment. So always keep in mind that if my birds are this old, they need this kind of feeds, and I provide them this kind of feeds. So monitor which type of feeds you're giving to your birds, and do research about which type of feeds your birds should take and the breed of the birds that you're going to take. Lastly, is that this is a bonus to the farmers who are upcoming like me. Never borrow money to start up a farm. One of my friends told me that farming is like betting, is like gambling. Once you start a farm, let it be poultry farming or crop or animal. Once you start a farm, you most of the times have less control over these maybe birds or animals or whatever it is, because anytime anything can happen to your birds or to your animals. So it's better to use your funds so that you don't fall into a culprit of the bank or of the loans providers when things go wrong. So mind you, this I'll leave it to you. If you think you're a profession, or if you think you can get the loan that you want to start up a farm, you can go ahead and do it. But I don't advise farmers who are beginners to start really using money from the loans, because you don't know what tomorrow holds, and you don't know how these birds or whatever industry of the agriculture you're in may prosper. So thank you so much for listening, and if this video has been so much important to you, please don't forget to hit that subscription button and share and comment and ask any other question that you may be willing to know about poultry farming. I remain your guy, the farm guy, and this is Poultry Skills Poultry Farm. And thank you so much for watching. Until I meet you again.